All right, let's see if December Customs made the cut. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a war belt with us from December Customs. They don't call theirs a battle belt. It is called a war belt. So before we start talking about this guy, I want to tell you a few things. One, I have had this belt for about 4 to 5 months. I've worn it across the country, teaching different classes. I probably have about 100 to 110 hours of wear time with this belt. I have to be able to do that so I can give you my honest initial impression of an object. I can't just pick it up in my hands, look at it and say, hey guys, this is what I think, without feeling like I'm lying to you. I don't want to just get something and say you should get it because I was compensated or whatever the case may be. I am always going to tell you the truth. So I do have over 100 hours of wear time with this belt that is on the range, and I probably have another, call it 3 or 4 hours of wear time doing dry fire reps with this belt. So take that what you will. So call it 114, 115 hours of wear time total with the belt. Now I want to tell you what I'm looking for when it comes to war belts, battle belts, duty belts. Kind of all the same for me. What am I looking for? Well, I come from the days of patent leather belts where we had belt keepers and you had to run that belt real tight with a buckle, just like your traditional regular belt that you would wear. You had to run that thing tight with a buckle, you know, push it really in there. And sometimes it was so tight, you couldn't even get the belt keepers in. It was a struggle, right? And then we got fancy and we got hidden button belt keepers. That was real nice. Then we got Velcro. Now we're getting fancy. So when you fast forward to what we have now today, it's beautiful. I love to see it. So let's talk about what I'm looking for in those belts when I pick them up, especially from my scarred history. Well, one, I am looking for rigidity. And when I say rigidity, I mean, I want that belt to be able to feel like it is rigid. It can take some abuse. I can snag it on things and it's going to keep going. I want it to feel stiff, but not so stiff I can't flex it. I also don't want it to feel like it's a big chunk of cotton and I can just move it around and it doesn't have any kind of interior strength, if you will. I want something right in the middle, but I do need it to be more on the rigid side than not, right? So I'm looking for rigidity. That's how I explain that. Now, after that, I am looking to see if the belt can hold weight. Now, that is normally going to be based off a couple of things. One, is the belt assembled properly? Is it stitched properly? What's the quality? Are the mollies going to hold up? That's going to be important. But more importantly than that, as far as if it's going to hold weight, is how does it attach to my body, right? A lot of these systems now are using inner belts. December Customs is using an inner belt. So how strong is the Velcro on this inner belt to make sure that this thing stays attached to me when I start putting weight on it? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to look at stitch quality. I want to see if this thing is actually stitched well. Is it spaced well? How did they do with that? That's what I'm looking for. And then lastly, I'm not going to say it's not important at all. Depends on who you are, but I'm going to look at the buckle, right? Does it use a Cobra? Do we have the ratchet belt system? What do we have there? That's what I'm going to look at. Outside of that, I just want to see if the damn thing works. So let's start talking about it. Rigidity with this belt. It's right in the middle. It's kind of in a sweet spot where I like it. And let me show you what I mean by that. So you can see here, I can flex the belt, but it's not like a piece of paper, right? I can flex it, but it is not like a piece of paper. Works very well. I also can flex this belt tight enough, coil it up enough to where I can store it and transport it. I like that, but yet it doesn't feel cheap. And it doesn't give me so much resistance, and this is important, where I cannot, and I'll roll in some B-roll on the phone here, where I cannot access the molly. Sometimes these belts come so stiff, you can't get inside of the molly. You got to get pliers and flathead screwdrivers. I still keep those around when I'm putting together any belt. However, you have to utilize them. It comes a pain in the ass. This one gives you enough flexibility where you can actually still get your molly inside of the belt without worrying about tearing it up with tools and things like that. So I do appreciate that. How does it carry weight? All right, so to cover weight, what we have here is I had some high-speed gear double tacos laying around. So we have the AR-15 or M4 taco double, and then we have the double pistol. We have a med pouch. You better have a med kit. Review coming on this one later. Holster, gloves. It depends on if you're carrying this thing for a job, then you take duty, you're gonna have whatever you're gonna carry. Asps, taser, whatever that may look like, handcuffs, right? Comms. So it can all vary. I just put the weight that I needed to put on here to test it out to kind of get a good baseline of it. And yes, I will carry things loaded so we can make sure that we are getting what that weight actually feels like. I cannot get this damn thing to focus. There we go. No, it ain't. There we go. All right. So just to make sure we can get things reviewed properly. So how did it carry the weight? I would say it carried the weight extremely well. Extremely well. I would give it 1 to 10. I would give it a good Depends on who you are. I would say a fair range will be 8.5 to 9. Carried the weight very well and was comfortable. I like that. And when I say comfortable, I mean it carried the weight without me having to constantly adjust the damn belt or do what I like to call the ass grab, right? Constantly grabbing back there and pulling it up on your lower back. Didn't have to do that, but that's thanks to this guy. See, this is what I believe the heart and soul of the system is. It's the inner belt, because this thing is awesome. I wear this thing in my jeans outside. You can even see here, I roll a little B-roll of me doing a review, and I was carrying my 19X full rig and my tier 1 concealment, and I had just this belt on. I love this belt. It attaches well. At first I was a little confused when I got it out, because you go and you start to, it's kind of hard to do a belt on camera. There you go. You start to insert, and then you get here to this little lip of stitching right there, right? Get to that little lip of stitching and it meets. I was a little bit concerned about this plastic buckle, and when it meets it, it's got some little nubs on the side there, and it stops. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I like that, but I kind of get why it's there now, because you pull right past it, and once you cinch this thing down wherever it needs to go, it stays. It just stays. And there's they got their nice little logo on the inside. It's hard to do belts on camera, man. Okay, there we go. Got their logo on the inside of it. But this belt is great. And it held this up properly. Now, to test the weight, we weren't gonna carry no little pansy gun. We're gonna carry a gun, we're gonna carry a heavy gun. So we have here the 320 X5 by Sig Sauer. We have the SR on top of it, the Surefire X300. This beautiful Cerakote job, by the way. It's done by the boys at Tactical Life in Davie, Florida. They don't talk enough about all the custom and cool stuff they can do, so I have to tell you for them. But yeah, this was done by them. Review on this guy coming soon. Everything, the cuts, everything that we had done to this gun. This gun is absolutely phenomenal. But I want to carry, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to carry a heavy gun. I want to carry a heavy gun. And this thing, I won't lie to you, it carried everything well. That stitch quality is impressive. I got to be honest, I've only seen one other company that I can remember where I could look and say, wow, they really give a damn about how well they stitch, and that is SOE. Other than them, until now, I've never seen a company take such care and quality in the stitching. I had to learn about stitching over the years to really get into how to choose gear, and this looks good, even on the inside. Trying to get this thing to focus for you guys, stand by. Right? Even on the inside, the stitching just looks great, man. They just really did a good job. Starting at a price of 200 bucks, I can already tell you that's well worth it. The buckle, it's a Cobra buckle, okay? That's what it is. Not mad at it, pretty standard on a lot of setups. And when I wore this thing, I was comfortable in it, I was cool in it. I love this inner belt. And so I started really thinking, like, what is December Customs trying to do? And so I had to, I went back to their website and wanted to just read a little bit. And here's what they say, their overall mission statement. Our commitment to quality and innovation shines through in every project we undertake. From customizing backpacks to crafting unique sporting goods, our products are designed to meet your specific needs. Discover more about our projects and see how December Customs has become a trusted name in the outdoor industry. And when you start going through their website, and I'll even roll up something here, you can customize the crap out of these belts. You can also get slings, and they have other things over there, but I want to stay kind of focused on the belt for right now. You can customize the crap out of this. This was a setup that I wanted because, it kind of matches the gun, right? It's kind of cool, So what? I like stuff to coordinate.
I'm trying to impress you, you know that.
I know. Yeah. Now, where'd you get the mushroom shirt? I got to know.
Well, the secret is you got to coordinate.
Yeah. Don't judge me. I like to match. I like to look good. Okay? But the belt's great. The belt's good. I think for the price, it's fair. I also like the fact they gave me a lot of material. As you can see, I've been going through a weight loss journey the last couple of years. I got a bunch of material scrunched up there. I keep it because my inner fat child might always come back, so I want to have the extra room to, expand that thing back out if I need. They gave plenty of material to be able to take this thing in or leave it for you need to take it out. So I do appreciate that. So I know that this belt can go down with me, and hopefully I don't have it expanding back out, but that will be up to you. You hit the gym a little bit, man. I'm talking to all of us. Hit the gym a little bit. You don't got to look like, Thor, but you need to hit the gym a little bit, and, you're walking around with stuff like battle belts on, you probably should be able to stay winded in a battle. I'm just saying. Might be a consideration. So, December Customs, good job. So you're probably gonna ask me to ding it. Ding it on something. All right, this belt webbing keeper, I don't know how this thing can be shorter. Maybe it's a combination, but my gloves hang down too low. I don't like that. Like they hang down like they like scratching my knee the whole time. So I'm wondering if there's a way to like get this like up here. That way these things pick up. Now I also have pretty forgiving loop on my gloves there. Maybe a shorter hook, shorter webbing, shorter hook, I don't know, shorter thread, but I would like to see this come up. It just allows my gloves to hang down too far, or I would like to be able to adjust it, because right now you can only pull on the Velcro, but no matter how I adjust it, the stitching's here, right? So I can't get past that stitching to get that up. So I would definitely like to see that be adjusted and changed. And if I'm being nitpicky, I would like to see the ratchet system instead of the Cobra. But I will use the Cobra. I will have no problem using the Cobra. I'm just saying. But if you're asking me to nitpick, that's what I'm gonna say. I would like to see a ratchet system. I know that's an entirely different assembly. It's a whole nother configuration. That's just me. But will I use the Cobra? Absolutely. Do I have an issue with the Cobra? No. It's a good belt. I'm gonna continue to wear it. I am going to wear it through the year of 2025. I like December Customs. I like the product they put together. And I'm gonna tell you my favorite thing about them though. The product is good. Solid rating of a 9. No question. Here's what I like about them. They're a small business in America. That's one of my favorite things. Now, you still got to deliver on quality, but they are a small business in America making a quality product, taking care of American families by not only arming them or giving them the gear they need to be armed, but also taking care of an American family on the back end. So you buy products from them, it goes to an American family, they make products to protect American families. I think it's a win-win. So that is one of my favorite things. I gotta say, good product. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like, oh my God, it's earth-shattering, it's gonna change. No, but for the price point, the market that it's playing in, the people that it's after, it's a good belt. The fact that you can customize these things is a win. Because yeah, come on, man. We all know that we like to match our stuff, right? You just got that gun Cerakoted. You kind of want to go out and show off that you got your belt to match your Cerakoted gun that matches the sling on your rifle. Come, y'all never do that.
See, you can't stop with the mushroom shirt. You
Now,
gotta go on.
I'd have stopped that shirt.
No, you gotta keep going.
Okay.
Now let me show you something. Look at that.
Oh, you got on a mushroom belt.
Okay. All right. Now, if it's for duty or work, maybe it can get your department colors and you want your department colors to match. Maybe you have an SOP that says you have to have these colors, or maybe it's got to be all black, or whatever the case may be. Armed security services, maybe it's the same situation, right? You can get the belt, but it has to be a certain color scheme. So I like the fact that they have that flexibility. And then for, like I say, Joe Bob in consumer, you know, a LARPing on the weekend, LARP away. That don't mean you don't got the right to match. I recommend everybody take training serious so you don't be a well-coordinated dead guy if things go wrong. But I like this belt. I believe this belt can stand up over 100 hours of wear time. It did me well. December Customs, I'm a fan. You got me. This is definitely going to remain in the rotation. I will be wearing it through the year 2025. Every time I know I'll be running this guy a lot, this 320X5. So I know for sure when I'm wearing it and testing it that this belt will be accompanying it, and I have no problem strapping any other gun to this belt and walking out the door with this belt feeling confident. So good job, guys. Good job. You put together a pretty good product. I would definitely say that webbing keeper, if we can figure out a way to get that thing to be a little shorter, that would be great. And then maybe, you know, if it's possible, maybe a ratchet system or have it as an option. I don't know. I'm not mad at the Cobra, but I would like to be able to, you know, see a ratchet system if I could. That being said, man, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I told y'all we're gonna keep it coming. We're gonna keep it rolling. December Customs did a good job. As you can see on the last video, that company didn't do such a good job, and we had to let that be known. So we're always going to be honest about things. So subscribe, like, share, comment. Go back to all the other videos, comment. Check us out at nootherchoice.com. Okay, make sure you go over nootherchoice.com and you can find all kind of deals on all kind of things. Now, we do not have December Customs on our website because they have their own website. So their website is right here. So make sure you go over to decembercustoms.com, scroll to your heart's content, check them out, reach out to them. They're very responsive. I will give them that. And don't just pick a belt, customize your belt. Why not? Get your belt and your sling to match. So that being said, man, to the next one, I'm out. It's about damn time I got something I can actually say a lot of positive things about.